Welcome back. This is Diane Conklin with CompleteMarketingSystems.com, and this is another edition of the newsletter and blog and all sorts of different things. This will be on social media. I'm continuing in my sort of quest here at the beginning of the year to fill you with some amazing and great information. And so one of the things that I talked about toward the end of December was that I am going back to my roots this year, and I'm going to talk way more about what I consider to be, and many consider to be, the perfect business. So I'm going to get into that. Is there really such a thing as a perfect business? And if there was, my question to you is, what would that perfect business look like? And so I'm going to throw this out, and I'm open to hearing from you if these things don't fit for you, or if you have other criteria. But here's sort of the things that I think make up the perfect business, is that you can do it anywhere, right? Anywhere, no matter where you are in the world. If you have a laptop or a tablet and or a cell phone, you can do business. I kind of like that idea, right? It's truly a lifestyle business that you can take anywhere and make money over and over again from wherever you are, and basically whatever it is that you're doing, right? There's little or very low startup cost. Many people don't have thousands or hundreds of thousands of dollars to put down in a franchise or that kind of thing. There's no inventory. What if you had a business where there was no inventory, where you didn't have to stock things, where you didn't have to prepay for things? Pretty good deal, right? You didn't have to worry about what the inventory is. That has low overhead, not just startup costs, but low overhead. There's not a lot of team or staff. That would be optional. You don't have a lot of you're not paying for things like space and office space and phones and insurance and all of the things that come with a typical, what I would call a typical business, right? And here's the other cool thing. No degree needed. No specialized training. You could use what you already know and what you already are good at. And I know some of you are already saying, well, nobody's interested in what I know, or I'm not good at anything. And that simply is not the case, which we'll get into. So I'm going to call this the information business. We used to call it information marketing. Now people refer to us as infopreneurs. And so I'm just going to talk about this from an informational business. This is about selling information to other people. Could be in the form of books, could be a report, could be audios, could be videos, could be courses, could be a membership site, could be a lot of different things. But it's information, right? Now, one of the things that happens when I start to talk about information and this perfect ideal business that we have, that we can go anywhere, the first thing is people say, but Diane, who's going to pay when you can just Google it? Google's free, right? Well, that may be true, but here's the thing. Is everything that's out on the web right? Is the first thing. But here's the other thing, right? If you can save somebody time, there are people in the world who will pay to have something all in one place, or to have the best of, right? And so not everybody's going to Google things. Do you have books? Have you ever bought a course, right? So again, we think Google is out there, but if you can save them time, or you can make something be convenient, because let's face it, 9 million different results on Google is not convenient, and it's not very time efficient. Here's the other piece. Do you have a relationship with Google? You as the person, you as the business, get to build a relationship with people. And that's a lot of what this is about. Now, does that seem like, well, Diane, you just said I could do this from anywhere and all of that, and you can. It doesn't have to be you building the relationship, but people have to have a relationship with your business. Do you even feel like you have a relationship with Google? Do you know Google, right? No, but again, this is my business, Complete Marketing Systems, and hopefully if you've been around for a while, or even if you're new to me, you feel like you know at least a little something about me, right? So this is my roots. This is how I started in business, is in the information business. And because it is such a great business, I'm really going back to that. Will I no longer talk about marketing? Absolutely, I will always talk about marketing, because it's a part of everything we do. And this should be a part of every business, right? Because even if you never made any money as an infopreneur, as an having information in your business, it's something that you should have either way, right? So here's the cool thing. You get to talk about what you already know. And if you don't think you're an expert in something, first of all, you are. Get that out of your head. And if you know 10% more than somebody else does, you're an expert to them. And that's what really matters, is if you know more about something, if I ask you about something, my guess is that if you're older than 20, somebody's asking you about something, even if you're not as old as that, right? You could be in your teens and people come to you and ask you things because you have a different perspective. You maybe have a different, outlook on something. And sometimes that's enough that people will pay for information, right? If you think this is difficult, then think about, how do you start with your story? How do you start with what you already do on a daily basis? And I can hear people saying, well, I'm a mom. Well, there are other moms who want to know what your experience has been, who will pay for that information, right? Or I'm too busy at my job. Well, what do you do at your job that you potentially, the knowledge and information, I'm not talking about, stealing information at all. That's not what I'm saying here. But what do you do that you could start to inform other people about? So stop with the yeah buts and think about this from the perspective of, what is it that you already have? What is it that you already know? What is it that you already do? And it could be a hobby. It doesn't have to be your profession. But what is it that you already enjoy doing that you could share with somebody else? Here's the other thing. You don't have to have a year of stuff planned out for this. If you're 1 or 2 lessons or 1 or 2 weeks ahead, and you're talking about things on an ongoing basis, and there are a lot of ways to do this. One of the things I hear people say is, well, I don't want to know what I'm going to talk about. Well, sit down and make an outline. Make 3 or 4 outlines of different topics and go with it. Just get started talking about and seeing things. If you'd like to know more about this information marketing business and what the keys are to building and starting a business like that, I have a free report. If you just go to CompleteMarketingSystems.com, which is my main website, there's a CD, and I'll send it to you digitally. But it's the 9 key building blocks for starting and building your information marketing business. I would love to send that to you and get you started. And then if you have questions, we'll go from there and answer questions. And so you're going to be hearing a lot about this perfect business called information marketing and being an infopreneur over the course of the next months and the next 12 months, actually, because this is what I'm going to talk about this year. So if you have questions, shoot me an email at info@CompleteMarketingSystems, or leave a reply below, and I'll be happy to answer you and get back to you. Again, I'm Diane Conklin with CompleteMarketingSystems.com, and I look forward to any questions that you might have. And until next time, make it a great day.